guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I'm so excited making this video. This is a highly requested video. Okay, so this is just a video about telling you guys the process of filing the CR1 visa to get that to America. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer. Okay, first and foremost, I did not come here on a student visa, okay, because I got an email from a subscriber talking about student visa and stuff like that. I did not come to America with a student visa. And also, disclaimer, I am in no way or form an immigration lawyer, or I don't work with the government, okay? So whatever information I'm sharing with you guys is just based off of my experience, okay? Just my own experience. All right, so yeah, but as the title implies, obviously you guys already know why you're here. This is just a video for me to explain the process of me coming through the CR1 spousal visa. Okay, so but before we go ahead, before I start giving you guys all the teas and information, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and also click that notification bell so every time I post videos you'll be the first to know. Would that be nice? I mean, that'd be nice. All right. Okay, so guys, permit me, I have a whole lot that I put down in this note here, so I might be looking down or looking to the side. Please just pardon with me because it's just a lot of information and I don't want to miss anything now. I don't want to take out anything. I don't want to leave anything. Okay, I want to make sure I give you guys all the tea and all the information. Everything that you ask me, I will make sure that I tell you guys. All right, so talking about the CR1 visa, right? So CR1 visa is a spousal visa. Okay, so there are two types of spousal visas. There's one called the CR1 visa, and there's the IR1 visa. Okay, so I'll tell you the difference between the two. The CR1 is the one I filed because when we got married, we started filing almost immediately we got married. All right, so so the CR1 visa is a visa that you file if your marriage is not up to 2 years. All right, please take note. If your marriage is not up to 2 years, what you file is a CR1 visa, not IR1. IR1 visa is a visa that you file if your marriage is already over 2 years. All right, so if, let's say, you've been married to your husband or your wife for over 2 years, you don't qualify for a CR1 visa because the marriage is over 2 years already. All right, so you file for the IR1. All right, so the CR1 visa, if approved, you would get a 2 years permanent residency in America. All right, but the IR1 visa, if approved, you would get a 10 years permanent residency in America. So that's the difference between the two visas. Okay, so for you to start with any one of them, you have to get married legally. All right, traditional marriage is good, church wedding is all right, you know, you can do all that, but the one that is most recognized is the legal marriage. This is the one that you do at the registry. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you when we did ours. We got married 2019 April. So I heard that Ikoyi registry was like the most recognized out of all the registries, but not to say that the other registries are not. If you got married at one of those registries in Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria, it's not good, you're not going to get approved. No, but that was just all I was hearing, that Ikoyi registry was just very recognized and all of that, but that doesn't mean approval. All right, so do this with your own discretion. Just choose any registry you feel comfortable with and you do your research and all of that. If you want to use Ikoyi, fine. If you want to use any other place, that's fine. But I used Ikoyi registry. I'm telling you, all this information that I'll be sharing with you guys is based off of my own experience, what I did. Okay, so that's it. So you don't have to do exactly what I did, but it's just to share with you what I did, you know, the whole process coming here. So we got married at the Ikoyi registry 2019 April, and it was just a little wedding. You know, it's not, you don't have to bring a lot of people. I mean, you can, but obviously you guys know Nigerian registry now, there's no space. So you don't have to bring a lot of people, but you just need at most two witnesses. That's all you need. All right, so I know that if you want to get different types of marriages with the registries, as Ikoyi registry, there's something they call the special marriage, There's the original. I can't remember the type of, but if I'm able to get the information, I'll leave it here so you guys can see the type of marriages that they have at the registry. But if you have a spouse that is coming from the United States to get married to you, you cannot do the ordinary marriage. You do the special marriage. That means that you have a spouse that's coming from another country to get married to you. So we did the special marriage. At that time, I think it was 60K. I can't remember how much, I can't remember, but I'll try to put out the information as at the time that I'm recording this video. I'll try to leave the price and all of that in the description box or in this on the screen right here, okay? So as at that time, I think it was 60K. We had a lot of documents that we had to submit. You know, and then make sure you get there early on the day of the wedding, okay? Get there early so that you can pick a good number, so you don't, all your makeup doesn't get washed off before the wedding even starts, so you can at least get good pictures, okay? All right, so that's that about the registry, okay? So make sure, please, you get legally married before you start this journey. That's about that. So starting with the first thing after getting married is to start filing, okay? So the very first step is to check. You go to USCIS.gov. This website actually gives you all the instructions, everything that you need to know about I-130, filing this CR1 case, everything, okay? But I'm doing this video because just to show you what I did, or to tell you what I did, you know, my timeline, how long it took me to get all those things. But whatever information you need, please make sure you go to USCIS.gov. This website has all the information you need, okay? So after we got married in April, we started with this whole journey around June, all right? So my husband, at that time, USCIS fee was $535. As of now, it's still $535, okay? But before I upload this video, I'll make sure to confirm before I leave the right amount on here on the screen, okay? But as at the time that I was doing mine, it was $535. So mind you, all these fees, except for your medical fees, is your spouse in the United States will be the one paying, okay? Everything is in dollars. The person in Nigeria, the applicant in Nigeria is not paying all those things. I mean, you might send the money to your spouse to pay for you, but the money is all the money, they're paid in dollars, and the person in America has to be the one to initiate the transfer. All right. So the first fee is $535, which is the I-130 fee. Okay. So we started June 2019. That was like some months after we got married, and then we started filing our I-130 form. So I'm gonna leave a picture of what the I-130 looks like so you guys can see what it looks like. So you very first form you're filling is the I-130, okay? So there's I-130 form, there's I-130A, there is G1145, all right? So that is the e-notification of application. So that's G1145, just for you to be getting notified electronically. So you leave your email, your number, and stuff like that. So anytime you get any updates on your case, instead of it being mailed to your house like a paper, you will get it via your email, which is faster. So I recommend that you actually fill this form as well and attach it to your packet. Okay, so before you file the I-130 form, you have to get a packet. Okay, after getting the money order, after your petitioner, which is your spouse, gets the money order for the $535, you have to get like a whole packet. So this was like something that we used. You can see like we have like a lot of documents inside. So you can get something like this, like a binder or something, anything that works for you. So you can get one, and then you add the postal money order. I'm going to show you what ours looks like so you can see. So this is just a photocopy of what the money order looks like. But you can see here, so it says $535. This is the postal money order. So this was just a copy of, you know, our money order that we kept. Make sure, please, when you're dropping any document or whatever, please make sure you have copies of whatever you're submitting. Okay, so you have reference to those things with you. All right, so it's just good. I mean, even though I'm here, I still have it and I still look at it sometimes, and it makes me happy when I look at it, looking at the journey coming out here. Okay, so having this packet, so you get the money order, and then you make sure that you write a cover letter. The cover letter is not compulsory, okay, but the cover letter just basically shows you the tells the people that will be working on your case what is in the packet. As you guys know, it's a big document like this, so it's easy for them to know what is first, what goes second and third, and like that. This is what the cover letter looks like. Okay, so it just has like all the numbers of everything that we're sending to them. So depending on where your spouse is in the United States, that kind of depends on where you're going to send this packet to. All right, so because at that time my husband was in Nashville, so the USCIS office closest to Nashville was Chicago. That was where we had to send this packet to. Okay, so that yeah, I think Chicago, Illinois. That was where we sent this packet to. All right, so depending on where your spouse is, and I'd like to let you guys know that everything that you're submitting has to be correct. Okay, make sure that you're submitting original documents. I mean, genuine documents. Don't and you're filling the right things. I-130, that form, please make sure that anything that you're filling inside that form, you know everything it's true and it's genuine. All right, so that way when they're asking you questions later on, you're not thinking, oh my god, what do I say, or something like that. All right, everything that has to do with a spousal visa, they're just trying to know if your relationship is genuine or it's not genuine. So whatever you know that it can take from you to show that relationship is genuine is what you need to do. All right, but I don't want to confuse you guys with so many information. We're still on the first stage, which is the I-130 stage, which is the USCIS stage. All right, so the USCIS stage, after getting the money order of 535, you write a cover letter just like I showed you, and then you fill the correct you fill your I-130 and I-130A. Make sure you fill it correctly, and then you have the GI-1145, which is the e-notification of application. Please make sure you fill that as well, so that you'll be able to get emails from them anytime they update your case and whatnot. And aside from that, you also have to add supporting documents. Okay, so supporting documents like the proof of your petitioner's citizenship or permanent residency. So you have to know that your spouse has to be a citizen or a permanent resident for them to be able to file for you at all. If they do not have any of this, they cannot you guys can't do the I-130. They can't file for you to come into the United States. So they have to be a citizen or a permanent resident. Okay, so there has to be, you attach a proof of that to that packet that you're organizing, and then a proof of your relationship, which is the marriage certificate. So that's where the certificate that you get from the registry, you have a photocopy. Please don't send them your original document. Please make sure you send a photocopy of the original. All right, please don't send them the original. That's the only one you have, you know. So just send a photocopy of the original. All right, so and then you submit this to your USCIS logbox. But before you do that, okay, me and my husband, because we're very extra, we added pictures. Okay, so you can do that, but I mean that's up to you. You can do that. You can add pictures, you can add chats, you know, whichever way that you can prove how genuine your relationship is, go for it. All right, so we added pictures, pictures we took together when he was in Nigeria, our wedding pictures. We added you know, pictures, we added chats, screenshots of chats. So the chats between me and him, we added screenshots of that. We added it to the packet. We had screenshot of call logs. Okay, we added that as well. You guys can see, so there was pictures of us, and then because this screenshot was made on a phone, so like an iPhone, you see the dates where the picture was taken right there. So there it says April 17, 2018. So I purposely took that screenshot so they can see the dates that we took these pictures. Obviously, like, they want to know how long this relationship has been. If you just dated for a month and you're getting married the next month, it's going to look somehow shady to them. So they need to see how long you've been together, you know, how many times he's been in Nigeria to see you, you know, or wherever country that you are. This video is not just for Nigerians, but obviously, like, if you're in Ghana or if you're in any other country, you know, you just want to see if your spouse has been coming to see you. And please make sure you take pictures whenever they visit you, so that way you have a lot to show them. We had pictures of when we went to concerts, right there, you know, and then we had like little notes. We added little notes underneath just to tell them what was happening here and where we went to. You know, me and my husband were just being extra, but then, I mean, it all worked out. We're here. So this is a picture of like him and like my family. Everybody went to the beach and all. So we added these little arrows that we added. The main one we sent to them had the names of the people that we linked here and their relationship to me or their relationship to him. So, and then obviously we added little notes on top of it. So we just try to make the work easy for them, so it makes them respond to them quick enough. All right, so we added that. Our wedding pictures obviously was there at the registry, at the proof of financial support. All right, in a relationship, obviously one person is supporting each other, or you know, you're getting gifts for each other and stuff like that. So make sure you add receipts of things like that. Okay, I remember that there was this Valentine's that I actually sent a flower from Nigeria to the United States, but the flower company was not obviously like in Nigeria. They were here in the US. So I only contacted them via I think Instagram or something like that, and then I went to their website. I ordered the flowers, the bouquet of flowers, and you know, I paid for it, and then it got sent to him. So the receipt of that payment, I actually took a screenshot of that as well and added it to the packet, so they can see, you know, that there was something or like a transaction of something that has to do with him. And obviously, like, you can, if he's not your boyfriend or if he's not your husband, you wouldn't be sending the person flowers, obviously, or you maybe your friend though. But I mean, it's just a way to just show that there is a relationship between you guys. So just add anything that you can think of, guys, whatever thing you can think of that can show that that relationship is real and it is genuine. Please and please, my sister or my brother, add it. Okay, so we did, and then we added everything together and we sent it to the USCIS logbox. So there you will wait for your NOA1. That is a notice of action. Sorry, notice of action 1. You will get 2. All right, so the first one you get is a receipt that shows that USCIS has received your packet, okay, and they'll start working on it. So that's your NOA1. You get your NOA1. I think we got our own NOA1 July 15. We submitted the packet July 10, okay, and we got our NOA1 July 15. So just 5 days later, we got our NOA1. NOA1 doesn't take a long time to for you guys to get it, because it's just a receipt that you've gotten it. So once they get it, I think if you pay for 2 days priority shipping, or it depends on the type of shipping that your spouse uses to send the packet to them. So it's very easy for them to respond to you in like a week or something like that. So you get your NOA1 just to tell you that, okay, they received your packet, and they will start working on it. And then after that, all you do is wait. Okay, so you wait for your application to either be approved or be denied. Obviously, we're all praying for it to be approved, but if you submitted the right documents and then you have all the good things to add to it, I'm very sure that you will get approved. Okay, if you followed all the instructions, please make sure that you go to uscis.gov and you follow all these instructions. Okay, don't just go by what I'm saying. I'm just talking from experience. Okay, whatever I'm telling you, please, I'm saying this again, whatever I'm telling you is just based off of experience. So okay, all right, so but guys, we waited 8 months. Okay, like I told you, some centers, some USCIS centers, they work faster than some. Okay, so at that time, we waited 8 months for us to get a response back. But thankfully, we got approved. So we got approved March 2020. Okay, that was when they sent us our NOA2 that we've been approved. So if you've been denied, they will also send you an NOA2. that your NOA2 is either an approval or a denial. But we got approved March 2020, okay? So that was like the time COVID already hit and most things were already shut down. So I'll tell you, the whole process took a longer time because of COVID. It took 2 years and almost, I think 2 years and a month for everything to get wrapped up because of COVID, okay? If there wasn't COVID, it would have been way faster. All right, so I've been getting comments from people right now talking about how long they're waiting. Guys, the wait is actually very, very tiring, and it can get really, really frustrating sometimes. But I think because of COVID, they have so many backlogs. They just have so many piled work that they need to do. So it's going out slowly than it used to go before. But I'll tell you, even before, it used to be longer, because it was before COVID we submitted our documents, and it still took us 8 months for us to hear back from the USCIS. But I'll tell you, our center was Nebraska, so Nebraska just had that you know, it used to take them a long time before, you know, they respond back to you. So, you know, we just waited, and, you know, it came March 2020. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, there are 3 stages into this whole CR1 or IR1 case. The first stage is the USCIS stage. The second stage is the NVZ stage, okay? NVZ is the National Visa Center in America, obviously. And then the third stage is when your packets get sent to Nigeria for you to do the interview rather. So it's 3 stages: the USCIS, NVC, and your interview in your country. All right, the applicant's country, not in the US. So the applicant's country for me it was Nigeria, obviously. So after you get approved of your USCIS stage, which is the I-130, then you move on to the next stage, which is the NVC. So once you get approved, you have to wait for NVC to contact you. Okay, they will send you an email that says that or the notice of immigrant visa case creation. So once you get that email from NVC, that means that NVC has gotten your information, would reach out to you. But most times it's always few days after you get approved. Okay, it doesn't take too long. For me, I think I got this email, I think around March 23rd. So that was 3 days after I got the first email from the approval from USCIS. Once they send you this email, everything that you need to do is in this email, the instructions you need to follow. Read everything from the beginning to the end. There is a link attached to that email that would show you all the 12 steps. Okay, so after USCIS, there's the whole thing takes 12 steps. Okay. The first step obviously is for you to submit your petition, which you already did, which is the USCIS, the I-130 petition you submitted. Then the second one is the NVC processing. All right, NVC processing is when they send you your notice of immigrant visa creation. And then the third one, this is now where you start from at the second stage. So you start from number 3, which is pay your fees. So you pay another NVC fee. I can't remember how much the NVC fee was, but I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to check online and leave it here for you guys. Okay, so you pay your NVC fee. After you pay that NVC fee, you will get an email, okay, that your fees has been received, and then you need to continue. So they'll send you another link where you now create a login, and then that's where you start submitting all your documents. Now you're not submitting a physical document anymore. From here it's online. So from NVC it becomes faster. Okay, so everything becomes really fast from NVC. But I think now because of COVID, I'm not sure. But for us, it was really fast after we got approved for the USCIS. Now, I told you the time that we got approved COVID had already started, but thankfully NVISA center, they did not close up, so they were still responding. They were sending me emails, and I was able to upload everything online. Then you now filled an online application called DS260. Now the applicant is the one that is filling this DS260. This DS260 form, it is very, very long. I'm gonna tell you guys how many pages. I can't remember how many pages it was when I filled it, but it's a lot. Okay, and then you have to take your time. Take your time to fill these documents. Please don't rush through it. Don't be too excited. I know we can get, because I remember I was very excited when I was filling. I just wanted to do everything fast, and just come and meet my husband in America. But please make sure you take your time to fill this thing. Make sure that you're filling the correct information, please, okay? And then after doing that, you have to submit your civil documents, which is obviously your marriage certificate and so that. Please make sure you're going to scan these documents to the NVISA. So you're scanning and you're uploading, you're scanning, you're uploading. So whenever you upload, it will show you if it has been approved or not, like all these documents that you're submitting. So most times if you submit something and then it's not clear, like if you scan something and it's not clear, it can get rejected and you have to do it again, okay? So you submit all these documents and then you get to interview preparation. So once you submit the documents and everything has been accepted, you will get an email that says that you have been documentarily qualified, okay, which is what you call in short form DQ. I got this email from NVISA May 20, 2021. So that was about 2 months after I got the USCIS approval. Okay. So once you submit all those ones, you are not waiting for any approval. It's just for them to just send you an email that says that you've been documentarily qualified. That means all your documents, everything is correct. Once they send you that email, that means that you have to wait for your interview date, okay? So I got that email, like I said, May 20, 2020, which was a month and some days after. And then now the second stage is done at this point. So moving on to the last stage. So you guys can see that it's not something that it should really take that long. But I think because of the backlogs that they have right now, it's just very, very terrible. So the wait is not very, very long. But NVISA stage is like the fastest. It doesn't take that long like USCIS or the wait to get the interview date. I think this is where people have been, frustrated and been waiting. I had to wait too because it was during COVID and everything was shut down. Even the embassy, Nigerian embassy, in Nigerian US embassy was closed. So, there was no way I could get an interview date at that time at May 20. So I waited, and at this point, you just wait for your interview. And I got the email from the embassy November 30. Okay, November 30, 2020. So this was 6 months after I got documentarily qualified. All right, it's not a long time, I mean, to some people, but at that time it was too long for me. But then, after the whole COVID thing relaxed a little bit, that was when I got the email from them and they said I should come in for an interview. So my interview date was December 14. But once you get this email, the first thing you have to do is to go schedule a medical examination. To go online to check for the medical hospitals that are approved by the US Embassy. So they just have, I think, a few of these hospitals that are approved and accredited by the US Embassy. So don't just go to any medical hospital and go and do tests and you think it's going to work. It's not going to work. So just make sure you go to these specific ones, and then you have to pay. So like I told you earlier, most of the payments that you've been doing from the beginning has been from the spouse in the US, doing that. But the medical examination, that one is in Naira. But it doesn't mean that your spouse can still pay for you, but that one is in Naira. You pay the hospital for that medical examination. You do some x-rays, you do some HIV tests, pregnancy tests, all that. They will do all those tests for you. But Gov, for the pre-interview checklist, there is a pre-interview checklist that you need to go look at to get all the documents that you need for your interview ready, okay? Mind you, all the documents that you uploaded at the NVISA stage, you scanned them and you uploaded them online. You scanned the original, obviously. Make sure at this time now you're bringing the original itself. You must bring it for your interview. Don't leave it at home. So like I said, with the interview, after all the documents that I was supposed to bring, all the marriage certificates, school certificate, everything that I scanned and I sent to NVZ, I still did this, okay? So I made this is called Chat with Husband, okay? This is not just chat though, but I took more screenshots and I have more pictures at that time, because obviously, like, me and my husband were dating since 2017. So, and then the time that we sent in the first one, the USCIS one, which was 2019, and at that time was 2020. So, you know, we had seen each other, there was more text, there was more stuff for me to show that this relationship is real and it's genuine. My sister was not taking it easy at all. So please, I advise that you do this. It actually works. If you have a lot of chats, obviously, why won't you even have chats with your spouse? You know, so chats with your spouse, call logs, pictures. You know, I went so extra that I even added chats with me and my mother-in-law, chats with me and my father-in-law, chats with me and my sister-in-law. I added everything to it, guys. I was not joking at all. Okay, whichever way that is gonna make them know that that relationship is genuine, please make sure you do it. Like I said earlier, it does not hurt to do it. Okay, so I had it. There was so many chats that I took screenshots of and that I uploaded. I want you guys to see. It's like, it's a lot of them. It's a whole lot of chats. And then after that, there was more. So I had more chats. Then this part says call logs. So call logs here, right? And then here says video calls. So while you're having video calls with your spouse, do things like this. Make screenshots. All right? This was what I did. While we were talking to each other on the phone, I was making screenshots. I mean, but though, when I did this screenshot, it wasn't because I wanted to do this. It was just sometimes when he's doing something funny, I'll just take screenshots so I can use that picture to hunt him later. I never knew it was going to make sense for me to do this anyways later on, but I was just doing it at that time. And then it later worked. So I had so many photos. Can you see? I had so many photos, you know, with him, with me, with the family, us just strolling on the road. You know, I just had so many things to show. So I had this. Please make sure that if you're going for your interview, please, you can, it's very advisable you do this. It's not compulsory though. It's not that if you don't do it, you will not get approved. But this was what I did, and I feel like this helped a lot. Because after the consulate looked at this, I had other documents I wanted to show, but she said I should not worry showing any of them, that she has done the job long enough for her to know a real relationship. So whichever way you can prove a real relationship, please make sure that you do that, because that is all they really want to know. I'm sending you guys all the positive energy. I'm sending you guys all the good lucks. You know, I know you're gonna need it, and I just want to tell you guys, please calm down. Please believe in God. He's gonna do it for you just the way he did for me. Please make sure to remain prayerful, and also you know, just wait and just be patient, and that's it, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to everything that I've said. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a very, very long video, but I know it's a little bit informative, and I've shared my experience. This video was highly recommended, or highly requested from my subscribers, and obviously I want to make you guys happy. I want to do things for you guys to make you happy. So that's why I had to come here today to share my experience and my timeline with you guys. So please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, please. I have done all this for you guys, so please, the least you can do for me is just to subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Please make sure that you click the like button, and also you click the notification bell, so every time I post new videos, you will be the first to know. That would be lovely. I know you will love that. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I pray for good luck, and I pray that you all get approved and you go to America, or you go to whichever country to see your husband or your spouse or your wife, whatever. Sending you love and light. Okay, bye guys.